All right, so here we are. Today we wanna learn how to play "Learning to Fly" by Tom Petty, and this is a wonderful, wonderful song. I really love this song for several reasons, but one is that it is very, very simple on one hand, and but it has wonderful lyrics and a catchy melody, and the guitar part is so cool. So let me know if you can hear me good, by the way, and hey John, ciao, good to see you. Are you ready for today? I'm not doing really a flat picking song or anything. Hey Jeff, and but I'm doing a cool song by Tom Petty, "Learning to Fly." So hey Michael, play up the G lick like that. All right. So here we go. So we have only 4 chords. So amazing. Just 4 chords, and we repeat the same 4 chords for the whole song. And those chords are F, C, and then we have A minor and G. And but let me point out that, ciao Matteo, hey Glenn, let me point out that the F chord is only 3 fingers, you see, and the first string should be muted like this. So I'm using the pad of my index to mute the first string. That's very important, and you will see why in a moment. And then we go to a C chord, regular C chord, and again the first string is muted. So it's just like this, you see. Then we go to A minor, and okay, now you know, right, that the first string is muted again, like this. And then we go to a regular G chord. I like to play my G chord like this, that is only 2 fingers, right? And the 5th string, in this case, the 5th string is muted by the flash of the ring finger here. So again, the 4 chords are F, C, A minor, G. So why is that so important? Why? Because when we go from F to C, the highest note never changes. It's always C. And when I play G, that C goes down to a B. So, and that makes the song so cool. So can you tell the difference now? Let me do the regular chords. It's quite different, right? I have a different melody going on. So again, you want to mute that first string. So that's the right hand. And okay, now let's talk about the right hand. This is super important. So the right hand is just doing this back and forth all the time. So I don't know, I don't remember how long the song is, but it's like that for the whole song. And this is easier to say than to play. Hey Lou, ciao. The secret here is to be consistent. So you need to have the same sound, the same tone. Like this. You don't want to stress nothing, okay? And so it's very, very consistent, and this is hard to do, believe me. It's hard to have a very consistent sound, because maybe sometimes we strike a little louder, maybe sometimes we strike too many strings, and the next chord, the next strum, we strum fewer strings. So first of all, we want to practice this, but actually we need to practice that with the chords. And here comes something else, that is a chord anticipation. So you see, when we go to F to C, we are, I hope you have, by the way, I hope you have your guitar, right, with you. Are you playing with me? Because that's the way it's supposed to go, right? I want you to, if it is possible, this is kind of a virtual lesson, but yes, play with me. I don't want you to stay there just listening to me. Just grab your guitar. Okay, so if you have your guitar, comment yes, and so I can see that you are playing with me. And again, we are doing Learning to Fly by Tom Petty, and we only need 4 chords: F, C, A minor, G. And okay, now this is super important. We want to play down, up, down on the F chord, and then we go to a C chord on the upstroke, like this. This is called chord anticipation. This is 1 and 2, and that's the offbeat of the second beat of the measure. And this is a 4/4 song, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, the F chord is only 3 strums: down, up, down. And on the way up, I play a C chord, like this. Let me do it one. Let's do it together. All right, again. Easy, okay? So again, this is 1 bar, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we want to do this exactly the same over the A minor and the G chord. So that is A minor, just like the F chord. So we will play only 3 strums: down, up, down, and on the way up we play the G chord, and we finish the bar: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is kind of symmetrical, right? F goes with C and A minor goes with G. So A minor, G again. Like this. Let's put it together. Okay, are you with me? Is this a good speed? No, I'm not gonna sing. Not gonna sing this because. Isn't it cool? It's only 4 chords. So again, you want the right hand to be consistent. For example, please don't do this. Here I'm stressing the upstroke when I change the chord. And I'm skipping 1 downstroke. You see, that's not the way it's supposed to go. It's like this. All right, now let's move on. I think, is this good for everybody? Okay, please say yes. Now we want to introduce a little thing here over the G chord. When we play the G chord, we want to do this. Listen. that's also easy, and it goes like this. So we are playing the A minor, only 3 strums, right? 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2 and 2, and then on the upstroke I play the C note here, second string, first fret. Only one upstroke, and then I lift the finger and I play a regular G. Okay, the name of this chord is G sus4, but we don't really care about that. Let me do it again slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, this is the off beat of the third beat, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, you can play the F chord using only 3 fingers, you can play using 4 fingers, it really doesn't matter. I think I saw a video of Tom Petty and he's doing the 3-finger version of the F chord. But I don't really mind using 4, I mean, I don't really care. Both ways are good. And I saw a video of Tom Petty doing this, and it's a live version, and it's interesting that in the recording, in the studio recording, the guitar is doing down up down up down up, but in that live version he's only playing downstrokes like this. So that's another way of playing the song. And by the way, when you play the song like this, you're always striking the second, the third, the fourth, maybe the 5th string when you play the C chord. You never strike the last string here. Even when you play the G chord, your hand doesn't move, it stays here, okay, like this. And this is important. Right, so I think we have this. Let me see my notes here. What else? Oh yeah, now we are in the key of C, and this is interesting, I think, from a harmonic point of view, because the song starts with an F chord, but we are not in the key of F, we are in the key of C major, and the C major is the second chord. So and then since we are repeating the same 4 chords over and over, it's interesting to notice that the last chord of the 4 chords, G, okay, that G goes back to F. It doesn't go to C. Usually the G chord, I mean, it's a dominant chord, so it goes back to F. It goes to C, or a G7 goes to dominant right chord, goes to the root chord. But in this case, it goes to F. And that means that the song never rests. That chord progression never rests. Because we are playing the C chord as a second, after the F, and after the G we go back to F. So it's like saying that we can't stop, because if you stop here, that doesn't sound like a good ending, right? I think. And because that's the 5 chord, and the 5 chord wants to go somewhere. You don't want to finish a song. Usually you finish the song on the 1st chord. So that's why when you start playing this chord progression, it's hard to stop. That's why I love it so much. Because and you start and you just can't stop. And something else that I would like to point out is this, that if you listen to the studio recording, drums are playing, there is a nice loud snare on the second and the fourth beat. So that is here, right? 1 and 2 and 2. Oh, sorry. 1 and 2 here, right before the chord changes. So 1 and 2 and 4. And this is interesting because if you can do the same with your right hand if you want to. You can stress the second and the fourth beat. I mean the downstroke on the 2 and the downstroke on 4. Again, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that creates a nice groove because you are stressing the second and the fourth beat and you are changing the chord on the off beat of the second beat. And that's the reason why I was telling you not to stress that upstroke. Actually, you don't want to stress when you change the chord. And now, can you feel the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, without me counting? Now, so you can do this if you're playing by yourself. I think this is a nice little detail that you can add to your strumming, because we don't have a drum player, right? So we're just here at home and we can't move. I hope everybody is safe, by the way, and we just need to stay home, right? So again, try to stress the second and the fourth beat, and of course you have to change your chords on the off beat. So that's a little tricky to do. So that's the way to play Learning to Fly. Again, this is a great song by Tom Petty, and I'm sorry that if somebody joined the lesson in the middle, I was talking about the correct fingering, so just maybe rewind and go back to the beginning of the lesson. And I hope again that everybody is fine. I'm planning to do more lessons like this, live lessons. And so I hope to see you next Friday, same time. And if you want to get the notification, just subscribe to my channel and then hit the bell to get to be notified when next time I will go live. But I think it's gonna be next Friday, same time as today. All right. So again, thank you for joining me, and stay home and be well and healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye bye everybody.